YouTube. Alright, let me show you, this is some termite damage at my mom's house. We had the wood treated, but as you can see, this window is totally screwed up, eaten up all over the place on the horizontal, and in the vertical area, it's all over the place. Lots of damage. And I didn't want to spend about $850 per window to replace them, to make everything match. I just wanted to clean the mess up and buy a few years, so I'm going to show you how I did it with about $15 worth of stuff in that video, where that picture is going to be coming up soon. You can see most of the wood is completely eaten up. And you go on the net, there's different ways you can fix this stuff. You can use Bondo, you can use patching, wood fillers, put pieces of wood on there. Well, I just wanted to make the job simple for me and easy. And it wasn't hard. It is time consuming because I had to put an incredible amount of filler into this wood. You can see it's damaged all over the place. In some areas I had to break out even more. I used Bondo all-purpose putty. You can see a picture of it over here. It's a can, fairly large can. I didn't buy the big can. This is about $14. You mix this stuff with some hardener. You're going to see a picture of the little tube of hardener over there. You just take that stuff and you put it on a cardboard and you mix it up together, and use a little disposable black spatula thing. You can see I'm trying to insert some of this junk into the openings now. I didn't want to do video because this thing went on over weeks and weeks of time, because I'd go over to my mom's, dump some of the stuff in there, patch it, fill it up, patch it, show up again, put more in there, and I had to, I used that whole can of Bondo, literally. The whole can of Bondo was used. So you can see, I just wanted to do a video. You can see the progression of how $15 saved me about 800 and something. I would have replaced the window, but I don't really know how to do that, and I didn't want to get into that whole thing, because then I'd have to replace the other window. So you can see that whole piece of wood's completely open right now. It's hollow, almost. And so I would mix this stuff on a piece of cardboard, and I'd either put it in with a putty knife, a plastic putty knife, which I cleaned off with mineral spirits after I was done so that I could keep using it over and over. Sometimes I always wore gloves with this stuff. Sometimes I would just put it on a piece of cardboard, like cardboard box, and then I would just take my thumb and forefinger, of course with the gloves on, and I would just push the gunk into there. Sometimes I'd put a piece of duct tape on the bottom to make a little an area where the stuff would slip out. It does dry really quick. You probably have 3 or 4 minutes at the most to get all this stuff in there, which is okay. If it didn't dry as fast, it would have been a lot easier to do, but no big rush, no big worry about that whole thing. I had more than enough time. I know a professional contractor would have used some stuff that would have, they could have done the whole job in a couple hours, if that long, maybe even quicker. But you can see that's photographs right after I put the material on. It's starting to dry. Like I said, it dries really quick. You can see the wood, the staples, the wood inside the staples and the nails inside the wood where all the damage was. So yeah, you don't, after you have your damage treated, you can let these guys, you can pay them and let them fix it, or you can just do it yourself. After this thing was finished, I just finished it today, you can see I'm starting to build up more and more each time. There's some duct tape over there to protect the wood and the molding. After this thing is done, then, which I just finished today, like I said, I'm going to be painting it, and the window will be fine. So, you can use a knife to grind some of the stuff off after you've put it on. You can use a piece of sandpaper. Make sure that you wear a protective mask, because the stuff should not be in your lungs. There's Obama. There's Obama's helicopter flying overhead. That just happens to be in the group of videos, so it's, is that Obama, or is that the police? That might be the police helicopter right after Obama. Maybe that's the Air Force chopper. I don't know. That's right after Obama landed or was coming into the airport. So I figured I'd snap a few pictures, and there you see them. Alright, I've only got, 4 more of those, and then they'll be out of the video, and we'll get back to the window. So sorry about this little bit of excitement. Yeah, you could use wood fillers if you want. It might have been much quicker for me, but people said use Bondo. Other people said the Bondo will crack. Other people said if you do it the right way, the Bondo's the best way to go. For 15 bucks, I'm a happy guy, and my mom's happy. You can see right on the edge of the sill over there, I put some material in there. Just put that on with the plastic putty knife. I'm building up the side area a little bit more, building it up more. And then I'll smooth it out with a, like I said, a metal file. I used some sandpaper. I used some very coarse sandpaper, which works really good. I did use a chisel. I used the edge of the chisel to, instead of sanding or filing, the chisel broke away a lot of material and flattened it out, smoothed it out really nice. So a combination of file, sandpaper, chisel, whatever you want to use. And the stuff is really easy to work with, except for drying up exceptionally quick. You can see those big gaps in the wood are starting to fill in. When I was doing that part after I started putting duct tape on the bottom so the material wouldn't fall out or fall down. And it's starting to get filled up even more. So it's starting to look like a piece of wood, a piece of material. Well, look at that. That really shows it now. That used to be a big opening, a big gaposis. And now that's gone. That's starting to almost look like a piece of normal wood. And when I got it all filled in, then I used the metal knife. Just make sure you don't go fast, because if the file or the paper, if anything slips, you're going to hit that window. You're going to break the glass. Take your time. Be patient. I probably did this like that's just the blank wall. I probably went there about 8 to 10 times to get this job done on a very small window. But that's because there was an incredible amount that had to be patched up. And I had the time, and I definitely did not want to waste the money. You can see I've sanded that down. I used the file and I sanded it down. It's starting to smooth up a little bit. And you just take your time. Don't mix a big batch, because this stuff will dry out really fast and you'll end up throwing it in the trash. Again, use a plastic putty knife. Maybe a metal putty knife would be fine, but I used the plastic. It cost me $1 at Home Depot. And I was able to wash it down with mineral spirits and get all that junk off. A lot of paper towels to clean things out. Get at that. There we go. I did put on a lot more than I needed to, just to build up all these dents in there, these gaps, so that I could file it down, smooth it down. With proper material, yeah, that's filling in really nice. With proper material, I could probably just push all that stuff in there, and it would all smooth out, and I could do it in one hour. But again, I read enough stuff online, and I just thought Bondo, and then the guy at Home Depot, he also said Bondo. So that's what I did. Alright, I don't know how much more of this video. I think we're about halfway through. I'm not sure if anybody's still with me. I don't know if the audio's coming out good. Yeah, that's almost filled in right now. It's starting to look really nice. That was a pain in the ass to smooth out, because it's vertical. And it's very hard to get a piece of sandpaper in there, or a file, or even a chisel. The chisel worked really well on that. Hey, there's my hand in the mirror, in the glass. Almost filled in now. It's probably 80% filled in. It's starting to look very nice. I'm happy with the job, except for the amount of time I spent on that, on doing it, going there over and over. For 15 bucks and my labor, I'm happy. So, yeah, now you can see things aren't completely sanded down, but the edge is almost filled in. And every time I hit around with the tools and I found another piece of hollow area, like you can see those pieces of white, that's where they drilled in and shot the orange oil in, so I just patched that up, sanded it down with sandpaper. Yeah, the paint's chipping, it's an old house, I know, but again, I didn't want to spend, what did they want, $8,500 to do all the windows on the house. And this was the only window that had major damage. Now there's really two windows. I don't know if you've noticed. There's two windows that had damage, but one of them, this one, has the damage going across the horizontal piece. This is the second window. Just damage on the vertical sides, left and right, and a little bit of damage. Yeah, there it is. You can see damage on the bottom. Now you can see damage on the right, and I did some patching on the sill, and then I patched around the moldings. Well, you can see it's sanded down. I've sanded it down now. I've sanded part of it down, not the vertical pieces. All those other areas on the molding are where they shot the orange oil in on this window too. Okay, we're back to the really bad window. We got about 3 more minutes in this video, I think. And it's probably just going to cut me off. And I don't know if I'll be able to end this video and say goodbye, but you can see it is all almost filled in. Almost filled in. I think this was like the second to the last time that I did patching, maybe. Yeah, those top pieces, that's where the orange oil was shot in. So I just shot some of this material. I wiped it on with my finger. I didn't even use the knife. A lot of damage to 2 windows, and everything else was fine. There is wood rot. There's definitely wood rot on the old windows, but it's an old house, and I'm not going to replace the windows. So Mom lives there, and everything should be fine for the rest of her life while she's there, and then we'll probably sell the house. So, yo, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? It's almost filled in like a piece of wood now. Well, like a piece of Bondo wood. But once the paint is on there, I haven't painted it yet. That's not going to be part of the video. But you can see where I smoothed that down a little bit more. Losing my voice here. Smoothed it down with the chisel. And it's almost flat. Not completely flat. Look at that. Is that incredible? Is that incredible? I just put on another batch yesterday, and that's why I'm doing the video now. But I think this is the second to the last time now. Look at that. Almost a square piece of material. Pretty amazing. Huge gouges of damage on this wood, though. Just a lot of damage. They ate this window up, and again, those side pieces are very hard to file. Most people aren't going to have to deal with that, hopefully. You can see the sill is all sanded down. It's nice and smooth. It looks clean. That's almost clean. On the left side, it's almost flat. Now it's flat. I had to patch that up. There's an enormous amount of damage there. Oh, just got a message from the weathercaster on Channel 2 News. I'll have to check that message after I finish this. Yes, no, I mean, what am I saying? The health person from Channel 2 News. All right, so we're almost done. These are the last couple videos, or last couple pictures. Hopefully you get some benefit out of this, and you can do your own repair and save yourself an incredible amount of money. Bondo is the way to go for me. $15. I'm more than happy to do that, and keep that money in my pocket. And that's the last video, almost the last video. You can see the whole outer edge is completely flat, and there we go. The bottom part is flat now. We got 2 more, so we got 20 more seconds. Hopefully you like this video. If you did, send me a message. Send me an inbox message. No comments. Send me an inbox message, and donate to my PayPal and help me get out of debt. That's it. Thank you.